Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Imagine Slagharen. Now, if you're late into this series and you don't know what this is, don't worry. Imagine Slagharen is a contest organized by the Dutch park Slagharen, where they ask all the players to recreate parts of the park. And in this part of the contest, now we have to recreate the old timers. We have to recreate it as good as we can. But for the outside area, this area, we are allowed to retheme it. Now, so I've built the track now. I've built the building which the old timers are in. I kind of also want to recreate the chairlift station, which sits over here. The chairlifts actually take guests all the way to the other side of the park, through the main street, which is actually a few hundred meters long. So yeah, I will have to, if I'm going to recreate the park, I will have to build the chairlift station anyway. So I might just as well build it right now. And then in the next episode I will start on retheming this area. Anyway, I made some pictures of the chairlift. Well, yeah, I took some pictures on Google Street View. Yeah, some of these pictures are actually from 2009, because that's the last time the Google Street View car went through the park. But the station itself hasn't changed much. So here you can see the building, the entrance is here. But on crowded days the queue can actually extend all the way to over here. So here you can see it from a slightly different angle, so you have a better view of the facade. So you can see there's a bit of an overhanging roof here on this side, with some wood here on some white deck, white rim or trim on the side. So yeah, this is quite an interesting shape for the building. I'm sure I can recreate that. Here some few more from the front. So here you can see the actual cables for the chairlift in the first little tower right over here. So the front of the building looks pretty much the same as the back. So here you can see the second tower with some extra guiding wheels here. You can also see that there's some there's some greenery here in front. Now in the last episode I remarked that these fences here looked different, but yeah, these are actually the fences the way they looked in 2009. So in the more modern pictures, the more recent pictures, they actually have a different kind of fence. So I'm also using the newer kind of fence in my park, so there's no need to change that. So here's a more recent picture. So yeah, you can still see the greenery here, some rocks here in the middle. Right across here is the water park, but I'm not going to recreate that. There's a sign here right next to this pole with the opening times of the park. There's some benches here right under the chairlift track. And here you look into the park, into the main street, which the cars all pass over. You can also see there's some seats here and some tables, etc. So yeah, those are the pictures I have. But yeah, I think from those it should be possible to try and recreate the building. So that's let's begin. Now, if you have to create a long stretch of track, there's a trick you can use. Well, there's hotkeys for building. So let's enable numlock. And now if you press 0, you build the currently selected track. And if I hold 0, it will just keep building. So yeah, that's actually really useful. Now I'm not really sure if the chairlift is in the right position here. I may want it a little bit more in this direction. So yeah, I think I will shift it one tile in this direction. Now, there's thankfully also a hotkey for removing track. It's minus. So that means I don't have to rebuild or press that button a lot of times. Alright, yeah, later I will make some extra, what do I call it? Yeah, some extra towers for the guide wheels. But for now, just placing some track here. Maybe I will even place a temporary station here, just so we can already test the ride when we're done on the other side. Alright, I will have to choose the type of car to use. Yeah, I could use the ski lift cars, but the ones in Slagharen actually have a roof. It doesn't look like this roof, but I think this is the closest we will get to it anyway. Alright, it's time to start working on the queue and on the exit path. Now, thankfully the queue for this ride is quite simple. So I guess enter here on the front. So I will just rotate the entrance here. And then I'll make the queue path over here. And here's the entrance to the building. And for the exit, it just wraps around the ride. Now here's a little trick that you probably don't know. So you can select an area of land and you can set the area you want. But if you hold control, you can actually just manipulate one line. So for example here I want to lower a part of the, just these paths here. So then we can simply do it like this. And then we lower one strip of land. Quite useful. Okay, I was going to make some arches here, but now I realize the way I'm building it now, I'm gonna run into some problems. Because these arches, we cannot build them halfway down the tile. So yeah, I'll have to find a solution. Actually, I remember there was a certain object we might be able to use. Let me see if I can find it. Alright, it looks like I found an object we can use for the arches. So I don't have to redo the concept of the building, but I can just continue building the way I am doing it right now. Now, when working with custom scenery, the object limit will be your enemy. So now here I built all these white pillars here, but the ones on the inside will not be visible from any angle, only the bottom white part. So yeah, I can actually remove these top parts here, and that should save us quite a few objects. But yeah, it's this mindset that you should always keep while building with custom objects. Because all these tiny objects, they do add up quickly. It's another reason why I prefer working without custom scenery. Now that I look at the building, it actually doesn't look like the same overhang is also on the other side. So I think I will only build this roof on this side of the building. So I actually got quite a lot of stuff to remove again. But thankfully the scenery removal tool will do the hard work for us. Maybe I should have kept the ones on the inside though. Oh well. Alright, I think this is enough detail for this building. Yeah, I'm really happy with the end result. I think it looks pretty good. And I think it looks quite a lot like the original. It's not perfect, of course, but I think this should be good enough. Of course, the real one is also a bit longer. But, of course, we have to work on a grid here. And I think this is recognizable enough as the real chairlift building. So now I want to work on the surroundings here, but I will only work up till right about this point. Okay, I think the area looks pretty nice now. I really like the chairlift station and also this little area of greenery in front of it. So yeah, I also changed all the colors of these rocks to gray. I think it looks nicer this way. Because and also more realistic, because the real rocks are all also gray. Now I also added some poles here, right in these fences, because yeah, the real fences also have some poles, and I also like the way this looks. It just makes these fences stand out a little bit more. Just gives them some extra features and makes them a little bit more interesting to look at. Anyway, with this done, in the next episode I will start theming this outside area here. Now I have a really cool idea for this. That will also make the ride a little bit more exciting. But yeah, that will be revealed in the next episode. It will for sure be a really fun addition to the ride, and I really hope what I'm going to come up with, that something like this will be implemented in the future, because yeah, I think it will be really, it will make the ride a little bit more exciting. But yeah, like I said, that will be revealed in the next episode. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.